The Nazca lines are a collection of long straight lines in giant geometric figures and geoglyphs, designs or motifs etched into the ground, located in the Peruvian coastal plain about 250 miles south of Lima, Peru. Nobody knows for sure when the lines were created. The Nazca lines can only be fully appreciated when viewed from the air given their massive size. Despite being studied for over 80 years, the geoglyphs, which were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, are still a mystery to researchers. What are the Nazca lines? There are three basic types of Nazca lines: straight lines, geometric designs, and pictorial representations. In this video, I will talk about the Nazca figure known as the dog. The length of the dog is about 170 feet. So let's take a closer look at the figure's morphological traits. The figure consists of a snout with an open mouth, two upright ears, a neck, four long parallel legs. On the two front legs, the feet has 3 digits. On the hind legs, one foot has 3 digits and the other one has 4 digits. It is a tail pointing upwards, but there is also what could seem like a tail pointing downwards, although I'm not certain it is depicting a second tail or depicting something else. So to identify which animal is depicted, we will look at the different body parts. When we look at the snout, ears, head of the figure, I think it's safe to assume that we are talking about Acanidae. Acanidae is a family of mammals in the order of carnivore, which include domestic dogs, wolves, coyotes and foxes, jackals and dingoes. Since the figure is called the dog, I will first take a look at native breed of dogs in South America. South America holds the origin of only 4 dog breeds: the Argentine Dogo, Brazilian Mastiff, Brazilian Terrier, and the Brazilian Hairless dog. The Peruvian Hairless dog is also known as the Peruvian Inca Orchid, and some will argue that the two of them are separate breeds. The other 3 have ancestors in Europe but were uniquely developed in their respective countries, while the Peruvian Hairless dog is truly a South American breed and can trace its ancestry back to the time of the Incas and beyond. When we compare the Peruvian Hairless dog to the Nazca figure, we can see that they are not similar. The legs of the Nazca figure are much longer than that of the Peruvian Hairless dog. Some have suggested that the Nazca dog must represent an earlier breed, perhaps an ancestor of the Peruvian Hairless that existed in Peru at the time of the Nazca civilization. The only known extinct dog of Peru is the Cheribaya dog or Peruvian shepherd dog. This was a pre-Columbian breed of dog from the southwest of Peru. It has been established that it was a llama herding dog. The dogs were not only an important part of the social structure of the ancient Peruvians, but they received special treatment after death as well. The remains were 1,000 years old. The dogs were found buried in cemeteries next to 42 human mummies of the Cheribaya culture that flourished in the Ilo district on the southern coast of Peru, who seem to have buried their pets with all the honor of faithful friend and co-worker. Hermano Maniero, president of the Kennel Club of Peru, and veterinary doctor Viviana Fernandez of the National Institute of San Marcos thoroughly examined the mummies and found and determined that these dogs were short-legged and were longer than they were tall, had an abundant variety of hair colors that could vary between yellow and red, some with dark spots on the back and had cropped ears, and had feet like those of a hare, allowing the animal to move on sand or soil with less effort, a quality that perhaps was important to the Cheribaya's environment. The BBC reported even more features. The dog was small, had a long snout, was beige in color, with long fur and resembled a small golden retriever. The description does not compare well with the Nazca figure, which is extremely long-legged, so it's safe to rule out that this extinct dog is the one depicted in Nazca. It appears that the figure is not depicting a native domestic dog. So let's take a look at the other Canidas of South America. There are 10 other Canidas existing in South America. I will go through the list and try to identify which animal the Nazca figure is depicting. Number 1. The bush dog. The bush dog is a canid found in Central and South America. They have short legs relative to the body, as well as short snouts and relatively small ears and a 5 to 6 inch tail. Number 2. The short-eared dog. The short-eared dog, also known as the short-eared zorro and small-eared dog, is a unique and elusive canid species endemic to the Amazonian basin. The short-eared dog has short and slender limb with short and rounded ears. Number 3. The crab-eating fox. The crab-eating fox, also known as the forest fox, wood fox, bush dog, or maikong, is a species of medium-sized canid, endemic to the central part of South America. Like South American foxes, it is not closely related to true foxes. The crab-eating fox is predominantly grayish-brown, with areas of red on the face and legs, and black-tipped ears and tail. It has short, strong legs, and its tail is long and bushy. Number 4. Darwin's fox, or Darwin's zorro, is an endangered species. It is also known as the zorra chilote or zorra de Darwin in Spanish. The Peruvian desert fox, or the Sechuran zorro, is a small South American species of canid closely related to other South American false foxes or zorro. It gets its name for being found in the Sechura Desert in northwestern Peru. Number 6. The Hoary Fox, or Hoary zorro, is a species of zorro or false fox. Unlike many other foxes, it feeds primarily on small invertebrates, such as insects. Number 7. The Pampas Fox, also known as Gray Pampean Fox or Pampas zorro. A Saras fox is a medium-sized zorro or false fox native to South American pampas. Number 8. The South American gray fox, also known as the Patagonian fox, the chilla, or the gray zorro. It is endemic to the southern part of America. Number 9. The culpeo, sometimes known as the zorro culpeo, Andean zorro, or Andean fox. It is a South American fox species. It is second largest native canid on the continent. None of the animals mentioned until now have the similar long legs depicted in the Nazca dog figure. That leaves only one candidate left. Number 10. The last, but definitively not least, is the maned wolf. This animal has the long legs of a giraffe, the mane of a horse, the paws of a wolf, and the head of a fox, and it smells like a skunk. It is neither a wolf, like its name, nor a fox, like its appearance. It is the only species in the genus Chrysoceon, meaning golden dog. When comparing the maned wolf to the Nazca figure, we can see that this animal is the most similar. It is the only species that has that extremely long legs like we see in the Nazca figure. It is my opinion that it is the maned wolf that is depicted in the Nazca figure known as the dog. Standing up to 3 feet in height and measuring 4 feet long, the maned wolf is the largest dog-like animal in South America and is one of the largest beasts of the wolf kind. The animal may appear to weigh a lot because of its incredible size. However, the maned wolf rarely weighs over 50 pounds. This enormous and unbelievably graceful animal has the common name maned wolf. This common name is based on the maned wolf's unique black mane that is made up of 5 to 6 inch long stiff hair, which can be erected along the back when it scents danger. The body is covered with thick, long, shaggy and bright reddish-brown hair, with black covering the mane. White markings are on the inner ear, throat and tip of the distinctive long bushy tail. With slender muzzle, large triangular ears and a big nose, the maned wolf's head is very similar to that of the fox. Because of the organism's reddish fur, similar appearance to a fox and very long legs, the maned wolf has also established the nickname the red fox on stilts. The height of the maned wolf was adapted to help the animal see over the tall grasslands it inhabits and also hunt for prey. This nocturnal animal is characterized by hunting for small prey, and they do so by following the small vertebrates through the grass and then pouncing on it, catching it with the front claws. They also feed on fruits, birds and sugarcane. This mammal is found in an open and semi-open habitats, especially grasslands with scattered bushes and trees, in the Cerrado of southern Brazil, and in Paraguay, northern Argentina, eastern Bolivia, and southeastern Peru. Unlike true wolves, maned wolves prefer to live solitary lives and are characterized by mutual avoidance. They do not live nor hunt in packs like true wolves do. Males and females form a lifelong relationship with one another, and the monogamous pairs share a permanent defended territory that is about the size of 27 kilometers. However, the monogamous pair only interact during the breeding season. Maned wolves produce signals that can be sensed over very long distances, which in turn could be related to the spacing and avoidance between the organisms. Some of these signals include barking, visual displays, and specific location of defecation. Maned wolves mark their territory by spraying powerful smelling urine and feces on hillocks, termite mounds along their borders. The urine of the maned wolf has a powerful aroma, reminding many humans of marijuana or how a skunk smell. That is why it is also known as the skunk wolf. It pees these things called pyrrazines, hexagonal combinations of carbon, nitrogen and hydrogen that break off from the urine and scent the air. A lot of the animals give pyrrazines. Insects often exude pyrrazines, usually as a way of keeping predatory animals away. Mammals like the pine vole and the ordinary house mouse give off pyrrazines in their urine. The maned wolf pees out more pyrrazines than most animals. Scientists think it's a way of marking its territory and making it clear that other maned wolves need to stay away. In 2006, police responded to a complaint that someone was smoking pot at Rotterdam Zoo, only to find that the only scent on the breeze was maned wolf urine. So maned wolf pee smells too much like marijuana even for the people of Holland. Earlier I explained that the Nazca figure appeared to have two tails, one pointing up and one down. I suspect that the lines pointing down does not illustrate a second tail, but could instead be an illustration of the animal scent marking with urine. We can also see the same example of this in another Nazca figure known as the monkey. Maned wolves are extremely shy and cautious, which makes it hard to observe them in nature and causes a lot of unknown information about their life history. Generally, the maned wolf is shy and flees when alarmed, so it poses little direct threat to humans. Popularly, the maned wolf is thought to have the potential of being a chicken thief. It once was considered a similar threat to cattle and sheep, although this now is known to be false. Historically, in a few parts of Brazil, these animals were hunted for some body parts, notably the eyes, that were believed to be good luck charms. Since its classification as a vulnerable species by the Brazilian government, it has received greater consideration and protection. The maned wolf is omnivorous. It specializes in preying on small and medium-sized animals, including small mammals, birds, and even fish, but a large portion of its diet is vegetable matter, including sugarcane, tubers, and fruit. Up to 301 food items have been recorded in the maned wolf's diet, including 116 plant and 178 animal species. The maned wolf hunts by chasing its prey, digging holes, and jumping to catch birds in flight. About 21% of hunts are successful. Some authors have recorded active pursuits of the Pampas deer. They were also observed feeding on carcasses of run-down animals. Fecal analysis has shown consumption of giant anteater, bush dog, and collared peccary, but it is not known whether these animals are actively hunted or scavenged. Armadillos are also consumed. Animals are more often consumed in the dry season. The wolf apple, a tomato-like fruit, is the maned wolf's most common food item, with some exceptions. These fruits make up between 40 and 90% of the maned wolf's diet. The wolf apple is actively sought by the maned wolf and is consumed throughout the year. Unlike other fruits that can only be eaten in abundance during the rainy season, it can consume several fruits at a time and disperse intact seeds by defecating, making it an excellent disperser of the wolf apple plant. The maned wolf participates in symbiotic relationships. It contributes to the propagation of dissemination of the plants on which it feeds through excretion. Often, maned wolves defecate on the nests of leafcutter ants. The ants then use the dung to fertilize the fungus gardens, but they discard the seeds containing the dung onto refuse piles just outside their nests. This process significantly increases the germination rates of the seeds. Thank you for watching, and please click the like button if you found this video interesting.